What's in your hand? You know, there's that credit card company that uses famous actors to extol the wonderful virtues of using their card. Their now famous line at the end of the commercials is, "What's in your wallet?" In other words, with their card and your wallet, you have great spending power and all your cares are over until the bill comes in the mail. In a higher and holier way, God says to us, "What's in your hand?" We learned during the pandemic that we can do without a lot of things we thought we needed. We often approach the task and ministry to which the Lord has called us by saying, if only I had this tool, or if only I had that set of folks on my team, thinking this is what is needed to do what God has enlisted us to do. Reading through the Bible, a practice of mine for over 10 years, has taken me through Exodus. We find the amazing story there of Moses, who was in great favor with the Egyptian royalty and then out of favor and somewhat exiled to the backside of the wilderness, tending flocks until God spoke to him. Do you remember that encounter? The bush in the wilderness was burning, but it wasn't burning up, just burning. Moses said to himself, "I've got to go see this amazing sight." Of course, when he arrived, he found himself on holy ground with the great God of the universe speaking directly to him. Moses was shocked and overwhelmed. Who wouldn't be? But that feeling led Moses to express himself to God in a way that angered the Lord. Moses said, "Who am I?" A number of years ago, I was on the verge of being named to a key position. It was a position of honor, but it was overwhelming to me. So much so that I called my spiritual mentor, Dr. Henry Blackaby, and I explained my situation. And I quoted Moses at that point. "Who am I?" I should have remembered that wasn't actually Moses' finest moment. Dr. Blackaby did remember. And he gently said to me, "Ron, you shouldn't be saying, 'Who am I?' You should be saying, 'Who is God?'" And he was absolutely right. As I reread that encounter between God and Moses, I was struck by a phrase that the Lord uttered to Moses as he was trying to explain his mission and how it would be accomplished. God said, "What is that in your hand?" Moses was trying to figure out how it all was going to work. God wanted Moses to simply commit and obey. What Moses had in his hand was what he'd been using those 40 years to herd sheep and goats, a shepherd's staff, a rod, a big stick. But God had a formula for success that exceeded Moses' understanding. And here's what that formula is. God plus you plus your obedience equals success. The Lord began then to show Moses how it was going to work. If Moses would be obedient, be willing to use what was already in his hand, and follow God's direction, Moses would be successful in rescuing the children of Israel from the oppression of the people of Egypt. Well, today we have a world living under sin's oppression. What will it take to show them there is freedom in Christ successfully? What's in your hand? What has the Lord already provided you in the way of skills, opportunity, wisdom, and passion? Will you be obedient to the Lord as He speaks to your heart? Instead of saying, "Who am I?" or "How can I do this great task?" you should say, "Yes, Lord, use me in what I have in my hand to impact lives with your truth." So, what's in your hand? If you want to learn more about our ministry that serves in over 40 countries, visit our website, MEDIALLIANCE.cc, and help us spread the impact of Media Alliance simply by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. Thanks so much, and God's best.